today what we are doing, it's something really important in the lifetime of an investor. We are reviewing my investment.
You bought an apartment with a very, very good price, and now your apartment is minimum 30-40% more by price increase.
So I made a good transaction with you.
Yes, definitely. Maybe you should think about another investment as well, because the second area that will grow up is exactly Gonio. With the Montemar, it's the same. So if they are buying now, they can be first who have this price. Just wait a 1 year, 2 year when the price will increase by 20-30% and just flip the apartment or keep it for themselves and rent it out.
Thank you very much everyone to joining this podcast. So today we are with Zina, who is working with Gumbati Group, which is a famous developer in Batumi in Georgia. Just to give you a little bit of a background on how we have been working together, I have been investing in the real estate market a few years ago. Now it's 2 years,
Yeah,
almost 2 years. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna check my current investment on one side, and on the other side we want to discuss a little bit of the market in Georgia, and also if there is any potential new investment opportunity.
Sure.
So the first thing I want, it's because I know you, but maybe not everyone knows you here. Can you just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about what you are doing in Georgia, and also a little bit more about Gumbati in Georgia?
Yes, sure. First of all, thanks that you are here. My name is Zina, and I am a sales manager of the construction and development company Gumbati Group that is on the market more than 26 years. And we have a big background. We have completed more than 15 projects, and of course we have under construction at the moment 4 projects. So 2 of them is exactly where you invested, and 2 of them is exactly coming. So our company is specialized on the quality because this is our main goal. This is what we were doing from the beginning, and we are keeping this kind of quality point. This is really very important for us. And of course, we can talk about your projects, especially in Batumi, because we have projects not only in Batumi. At the moment, we are starting the new project a bit in a different location, growing up location, let's call it like that. But let's talk about first your project, and maybe I can tell you after a bit more.
It's part of my global strategy, macro strategy. I wanted to diversify with Georgia. And what I really enjoy, and we discussed a little lot, is I wanted to diversify as well within Batumi. And what I liked is, of course, like the quality of your project is one side, but also you have multiple options.
Yes.
At that point of time, you offer me multiple options. I was able to invest in the old city of Batumi, but also in some new areas and developing areas.
Yes.
So,
let me just shortly explain about Batumi. Batumi is not a big city. Batumi is a small city, and for example, it's dividing by 2 parts. There is old Batumi and there is new Batumi. For example, like 30-40 years ago, we were only at the old side, and there was no existed the new side. The old Batumi is completely different buildings and different vibe. New Batumi is with the high buildings, more like different style of the buildings, and of course different vibe. So for investment opportunity, both of them are very good, and they will bring you very good income, because old Batumi and new Batumi, they still have the same infrastructure kind of, because it's well known that Georgia is specialized, let's call it like that, like with a casino business. This is our main business, and a lot of tourists during the whole year are coming especially for that. They are enjoying their time, and for them it doesn't matter it's a winter, summer or any other season. They're exactly coming to spend their time and enjoy casino, because we have a lot of casino and it's legal in Georgia.
also for some people who would like to invest in Georgia, because maybe most of them, they know the capital city, Tbilisi.
Yes.
But I am sure most of them, they don't really know Batumi. So just from an investment perspective, why would you invest more in Tbilisi or in Batumi?
Yeah.
Where would you invest?
I will tell you. Tbilisi is a capital of Georgia, and it's a bigger city than Batumi. Tbilisi is a kind of business city. Batumi is a relaxed. Batumi is a tourism city with a sea and a mountain. In Tbilisi, you don't have a sea. You have only the mountains. Of course, they're amazing, but still. Batumi is well known with a Black Sea and mountain view together. It's mixed, so you have both at the same time. You can turn your head on the left side, you will see the sea view, and turn your left on the right side, you will see the amazing mountain. So this is, Georgian people's let's say, let's call it like, I don't know, maybe amazing side, because we have everything.
But maybe some investors, they would be, okay, they might agree with you on the high season peak, because obviously like Batumi is a sea view, it's also for the casino business that is really developed here. Of course, that's a prime location for summer. But for low season time, what strategy you would adopt to rent?
I will tell you, like, for example, many years ago, 30, 40 years ago, Batumi was only seasonal, like only the summer, because of the sea. People were coming just to enjoy the sea, and you know, there was really nothing to do. But of course, they grow up, they build a lot of things. We have a lot of international brands, we have a lot of like restaurants, casinos, and so on. So there is many things to do during the winter, low season. And I can tell you more because, for example, we have kind of a lot of tourists every year. More and more tourists are coming to see and visit Batumi every year. We have a normal temperature, it's not minus, but yeah, we have 10, 12, 15, 18 degrees during the winter days. So yeah, that's why I can tell you that in Batumi there is very, very big potential, and it's a growing area. That's why there is a lot of tourists, there is a big interest, and a lot of people can see how Batumi is growing up.
My next question was about, like I invested, as we said, like around 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I see it from the price in the secondary market, and also because I'm asking you some pricing from time to time. It seems that price went up quite a lot. Also even in the last 2 years. I guess there was some conjunctural reason because, of course, like raw material are becoming more expensive and all that. But also, do you see still some potential? First in Batumi and maybe in some other areas where we can do some capital appreciation and this kind of strategy?
Yes, sure. I will tell you. For example, if we will compare the last year prices and this year prices, official statistics are saying that the prices increased by 20% just in 1 year. So it's quite good increase of the price. Even you bought an apartment with a very, very good price, and now your apartment is minimum 30-40% more by price increase.
So I made a good transaction with you.
Yes, definitely, because 20% you win 100% because during just a year, but you bought it more than 1 year ago, so there is 30%, 35% that you can add on the price now and resell it with a higher price than you bought, because Batumi market is growing up. During these years, I never remember such kind of things where the price was going down. So I'm in a real estate quite long, and what I can see is that the prices are only growing up. Now, what was with Batumi, exactly this, like a few years ago, you could vote with a 40% less price. Now it's increased during a few years because they are making many things, like putting some infrastructure, adding some flights. Like there is many people are coming every year. There is much more and more tourists. Many different countries are visiting us as well. Now what they are doing, what they want to do, the government want to do the same with the area of Gonio. For example, they already built Batumi. It's quite beautiful, it's quite good. Here is everything. So now they are doing the same with Gonio. I will explain you why. I will tell you why the Gonio have a big potential right now. Because, you trust me, and I think you came and you saw that you are in a good position, you are in a winning side. So it was a win-win deal. Now maybe you should think about another investment as well, because the second area that will grow up is exactly Gonio. So Gonio is not far from Batumi. It's about 10-15 minutes by car, but it's not Batumi. It's very close, but it's not Batumi.
So you can go in the city quite fast, but you are in another area a bit.
In another area. Gonio is close to the border. Like Georgia is bordering with Turkey.
Yeah.
So, and Gonio is exactly very close to the Turkish border. So we call it, like I call it, cherry on the cake. For me, this area is cherry on the cake. And I will tell you why. Because first of all, it's one line, and it's with the sea and mountain very close to each other. So that's why it's very beautiful. And the government is now putting all the powers to make Gonio much more better than it is right now. Because now it's kind of a small village, like Batumi was 50 years ago. So now exactly government is putting all the powers to make Gonio a very great destination. All the project will be with casino. All the project will be with a great infrastructure and facilities. It will be like a resort. They are doing from the Gonio exactly the resort where you will enter and have everything on the area. You don't need to go outside to have some restaurants or some facilities or enjoy some stuff.
So we were mentioning the capital appreciation tax. So let's say, so as we know, I bought some unit in Georgia. Let's differentiate multiple scenarios. So if I want to resell it now, if I want to resell it in 1 year, if I want to resell it in 10 years, what would be the tax on my capital appreciation?
Yes, for example, by law, by government law, there is such kind of things like when you are becoming the 100% owner of the apartment and registering your apartment in the Justice House, if you want to resell your apartment within 2 years, then you have to pay 20% of the difference. For example, if you want to your apartment costs $50,000, you want to resell it with a $60,000, then you are paying 20% of $10,000 difference. But if you want to resell it after 2 years, you are free from tax. So you have to pay nothing and put any price in the contract. So this is the easiest way because, as I said, everything is like very easy in Georgia by buying an apartment, reselling an apartment.
Also, something you mentioned that is really important. It's for now we are in the construction stage for my apartment.
Yeah.
So the contract is only between you and I, which
this is the pre-owner contract. So you can flip an apartment anytime without any taxes.
Because
so
that's something that
that's the point. Yeah. For example, if we're gonna consider like the Montemar in Gonio project. So why it's good investment opportunity? Because investors are buying right now because it's a first price and just waiting a few months, few years when the price will increase and they're just flipping an apartment. This contract is pre-owner contract between you and the company.
Yeah, no, but it's really important to mention that because that's the main business in Dubai. People are flipping property even before it's being delivered.
Yes, sure, the same. It's the same strategy because there is a different category of the investors. So there is investors who is exactly waiting this moment to be the high price, the price to be increased and then resell it. Or there is such kind of investor category who want to rent an apartment and make money from the rent. So both works well, especially for you, for example, for your projects. The rent will work very well because you bought it with a good price. So for you, works both good because you bought it with a good price and you can rent it with a good price as well. With a Montemar, it's the same. So if they are buying now, they can be first who have this price. Just wait 1 year, 2 year when the price will increase by 20, 30% and just flip the apartment or keep it for themselves and rent it out.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.